like to make?
I love you guys.
We love our fans. Thanks for supporting
For
us.
those of us who are on the coast, we have Coast Comic Con has been announced for 25th of May.
Yes.
So we'll be there in some capacity, whether it's just as patrons or whether it's doing something, we're not sure yet.
Stamp
Lovely
card
Matt
to
will
find
be
us
there
all.
anyway, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully we will see some people there if you're interested. Come and say hello if you see us. I'll probably put some kind of sticker on my forehead or something so you can identify me. Maybe buy a shirt of some description.
So, peddling some definitely not cursed wares.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally cursed. Everything's cursed.
No curses guaranteed.
Selling all the cursed dice from this game.
On that note, I'll send us to our recap for the week, which I think I updated. Let's find out.
You know, it's been quite the ride since I left Mordoon with this group of aspiring saviours. I bid farewell to my cosy stone walls and comfy beds, and hello to frigid nights and far, far too many bugs as we crossed the honestly overwhelming expanses of rolling hills and plains as we travelled south. Thankfully, though, Falstus, Isabel, and Lolliput provide lively company, and you know what? I'm beginning to think even the seeds of a chaotic friendship along the way. Aridin's resourcefulness first had us transported to Thongarun, where we traded coin for mounts and continued southward. 4 days of arse-numbing horseback travel later, we arrived at the gates of Corlea, nestled against the edge of the vast desert. We took a moment to gather supplies, information, and spare some time for a quick drink, before we plunged into the desert in search of Ath-Alphayan. The desert soon proved to be infuriatingly lively. Amidst the sands I heard a beckoning call, a plea for aid ringing through the stones that only I seemed to be able to hear. Was it an echo of madness, or was it divine intervention? That remains to be seen, frankly, given it distracted me enough that I almost became a midnight snack for the behemoth sandworm that burst out. It was only with the help of Lingari scouts that appeared out of nowhere that we managed to scrabble to safety. Generously, and perhaps helped by Lolliput's knack for finding pastries, we met with the Lingari Elder. They shared ancient tales of both the Redeemer and Ath-Alphayan, the legendary city of creation, and offered, hesitantly, to guide us to its outskirts. There, amidst tales of creation and peril alike, we hoped to finally track down the long-lost Lilith, despite her reputation for being unpredictable. Like morbid breadcrumbs, we managed to track a trail of undead-turned-re-dead to stumble upon Lilith amidst a fierce battle. I find myself readying to leap to her defense, even as I recall the cautionary tales that I've been told about her. Honestly, who needs a warning about granting them blood? But a friend of my friends is, well, hopefully also a friend. And if not, here's to hoping for the best.
And we are back. So I think it was a bit of a blue screen there because I didn't realise it finished. I was listening to it, not paying attention to the stream. So
We were enwrapped by it.
yeah, we were.
Entranced by the story.
Beautiful. All right. So hopefully that has got everyone up to scratch on where we are this week. As we pick up with the party having just come across Lilith and her own little group of adventurers in the ruins of Ath-Alphayan, the city of creation. And we are currently in the middle of combats.
Yeah, we should probably roll it.
So we are going to roll initiative. So we can do that on camera. Alright. Which means I need my little notebook open.
Yeah.
See how we go.
The 9.
I mean, there was a bit of
It was almost an 18.
Yeah, I mean,
It's almost an 18.
it's not necessarily cursed yet.
Oh,
Yes.
wait.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I have gift of alacrity. I'll
Still arguably higher than many of the rolls last week. So.
13.
Misplaced my dice. What a great
Well, it's
start.
just you.
Oh, double 13.
No, I forgot I had gift of alacrity, so I'm
Alrighty, so let's go around the table and we will go anyone above 20. Above.
Maybe you start at the lower end and work your way down
There's a reason I started up there.
to make us feel bad.
I think so. And then people.
Beautiful. That is that. That is that.
Concerning.
And one more roll.
Hey.
Alright. 15 to 20.
Bolster's got an 18.
Oh, I haven't rolled for your guys. Your party. Forces is 18. I need so many things open tonight. And Falter's got 18. 15 to 10.
13 for Lilith.
13.
I'm noticing some ominous silence around the room.
What did Isabel get?
9.
9. Kit.
I got a 4.
4. Lolly.
7 from your boy.
7.
Lilith.
Right, that makes life pretty easy.
Oh,
Lilith.
shooketh. Lilith? Is that you?
Session.
I don't know what you're talking
Quick
about.
step.
Alright, so I've got you might get lucky with Lilith's friends here. Why? Because I completely forgot to roll it. I was going to do that before we started, actually. So, I've got to remember their names. That guy. So, for the slow start, people, my brain is not working, apparently. That guy. And the music is not going, so I'll say in a second place.
I just hum.
There we go.
Time to make these dead. Re-dead.
Re-dead the dead.
Dead.
Oh, beautiful. Right.
Any flashbacks to
You guys are
Doom
very lucky.
Storm?
Very lucky. But the big guy goes first. So the party has entered from the bottom of the staircase. Kit and who was with Kit? Isabel were on their way up, and Faustus and Lolliput were at the bottom of the stairs,
I believe they were yelling out at me too.
yelling out at Lilith.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
we're coming to help.
fighting what looks to be a huge undead abomination of some sort. And Lilith can see that its ribcage is splayed open with bones and gore sticking out. You can see inside its intestines and interior organs, some of which are missing. It has a third little arm over the top of its back that is wielding a little vicious looking meat hook. It has a huge cleaver in one hand and another hook on a chain in the other. That's probably really loud.
Lilith would be the type of one to come and do a quick inventory of what's inside and be like, that spleen's missing.
I was gonna
They've
say.
taken the speed.
It is his turn.
The speed!
I feel like
You know how much I can get on the black market for that?
blood for the blood
Probably
god.
why, probably why it's missing already. But Lilith has been battling it, and Groove have been battling them for a little while, so he's not starting at full health because he's taking some damage.
Kind of like
Good.
the creature comes crashing down, and I've like done a barrel roll off to the side, and I come up and I see the group running up the stairs, and she just goes, "Shit."
First attack will be a slam. First slam attack will be on Lilith, who's in front. That is not going to hit Lilith. That's a 16 to hit. No, 14 to hit.
Done.
Second slam attack, also on Lilith, is a natural 20.
Oh no.
I will.
And it's slices down with the cleaver and then catches you with the backside on the way up.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
As it tries to yell out, God, this thing stinks, Maljack. Can we kill it quickly? It's disgusting.
It's a 21 to hit, so not a natural 20 though.
Yeah,
so
that's still it.
just take the 2d10 damage.
Are you
that
cheating
is
on us?
13 points of bludgeoning damage as the blunt end of that meat cleaver smacks into the side of your chin on the way up. Third attack is going to not use that because it doesn't need to pull on its chain. Alright. Now, is that his turn? It is Shank's turn. So Shank is a little companion of Lilith in this corner here, a goblin who will use his longbow. Longbow, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
First attack on the ghoul that is closing in on him. That's going to hit. And that's going to. He's going to use his Archer's Eye as well. That's a big 10, isn't it?
Assuming it's an eyeball he actually had in his pouch.
For 18 points of piercing damage. As that first arrow slams into its shoulder, driving it backwards, and it just looks up, starts screaming. And then he will use his second attack to fire again. That's also good. Alright, guys.
This goblin doesn't know it, and neither does Lollyfoot, but they're gonna be best friends.
For 18 further 18 points of damage. Which brings him. Drives him to the ground, but you can see that he's still twitching. He will then use his movement to race him over this way. Get a little more range. Get a little more range on that. To worry about the difficult terrain here. Although technically it's only one step. That is the end of Shank's turn. It is Clonk's turn.
Clonk.
So Clonk is the kobold monk. As he's gonna
Another monk.
race in from behind. And with advantage, he's going to attack using his fire strike ability. There it is. That's a 2 and a 3. So they both miss on the fire strike. And then he will use it for his second attack as well. That's better. It's a 26 to hit. 7 points of fire damage. As his flaming fist strikes in his back, and you see a scorch mark across the top of the creature's kidney, which makes a sloshing sound as it begins to decay and mold. And he's going to make a Constitution saving throw. Check his bonuses on that one. It's not overly difficult. It's a 13. He's going to succeed. He's not paralyzed. He's also going to use his flurry of blows to do his 2 additional attacks, both with damage. Sure. That's a natural 20 from Klon on the first one, and a 17 on the second, so that will hit. 12 12 fire damage on the first. Contact on that one. It's a save. And the one on the second is 8 points of damage. As you just see a blur of movement as Clonk races in and unleashes a flurry of fiery blows. The air warms up. Can use his movement to then move away using his mobile feet and run back out of range. So that he does not get smacked by the giant abomination creature. Right, that is Clonk's turn. Now, numbers because you guys are terrible rolls. It's Falsus's turn.
Falsters!
Falsus lectures them on the dangers of being undead.
You know, being undead
They
is
take-
really bad for you.
He's like, friends, we must save Lilith. Here is my blessing. And he'll cast Bless at 4th level, 2nd level to get all 4 of the party except for Lilith. And then he's just gonna move just to the left a little bit.
That's 10 HP, isn't it?
No, it's the D4 and attack rolls and saving throws.
So everyone except Isabel is blessed.
What?
No, everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah,
So-
except Lilith.
Oh, except Lilith.
Yeah.
Why not me?
Beautiful.
It's like, we must get in there and destroy these abominations. I think that's how he talks.
Yeah.
Spot on. Bulletproof impression.
You forgot breakfast one.
Where's my breakfast
Thank
one?
Now do it again while drunk.
Where's my breakfast one?
Ship it.
Alright. It's the ghoul's turn. So he gets back up on his feet. He slowly clambers his way down. He's pretty slow. Gets to about there as he's chasing the goblin that's been shooting at him. And then this guy, he's going to make his way shambling onto the platform. He's going to attack. That's Meljack, isn't it?
Yep.
Attack Meljack. Using with advantage because of flanking. So 1 and a 2, so he's going to miss. Brings us to Lilith's turn.
I see you guys casting spells are coming in, and she's just like apart from the shit, she looks to the group and this giant creature, her shadowing blade sort of like flicking around, and she looks to Maljack and goes, "We have friendlies coming in. Don't attack them. We'll deal with them after we deal with the big stinking piece of shit."
Deal with us.
And she is going to move in and attack the thingamabob.
Go for it.
So we're going to do Shadow Blade with... So I'm going to move where I've got flanking with Maljack, and we're going to go for... Let's go for these two. We're going to do Shadow Blade and cast a cantrip Booming Blade. For a natural 20.
Alright.
And it's Megan's Valentine's Day.
That's 2 in a row,
I
isn't it?
need to get that checked for
Alright, so natural 20 as you
using the power of
strike
love.
out your shadow blade into the creature. It just lets out an incoherent grunt.
So, what's that at? Third level, so that's 6d8 psychic damage.
Ouch.
13, 20, 25 psychic damage,
25.
and 8 thunder damage.
8 thunder damage. Alright. As you slice in and do the psychic damage, you then see the body reverberating from the thunder damage. Or so you think, but it doesn't stop. It just continues to bloat. And then you just see its mouth open as
gonna
a
blow.
thick cloud of poisonous gas explodes in a 10-foot radius. Yeah. Need Lilith.
Yep.
And all of the other people and the zombie there to make a constitution save.
Con save.
60. He saves as well. So
17.
So it's 30 a save. So 24 points of poison damage. So you take 12. Now do your party save. Save. There's 3 of them. 2 of them.
Yeah.
No, they all save. So everyone takes 12 points of poison damage, including the ghoul, who is
We're fine.
too good as his rotten skin begins to melt and blister, and you can see that blistering beginning to appear on your comrades. There's an H code didn't write down, so
Shit, maybe not standing close to this. And I'll move back. I've got mobile, so no attack of opportunity. And I'll use my second attack to throw the Shadow Blade.
gonna throw it. Go ahead.
Oh, that's a miss. That is only a 10.
And it does miss as that shot goes wide. I'm just gonna, there we go. Do some maths, and my brain doesn't do maths. Now, surprisingly, given the size of its bulk, but as you're in a hurry to get out of that poison cloud, the blow goes wide. And now, after Lilith, we find that it is.
And just move me back here.
My numbers, it is Isabel's turn.
Yeah.
Shit, okay.
Running down the back here as we jump down the little edge and race off. It's only about 3 or 4 foot, so no problem there.
Okay, so. So right there, ghoul person.
You're about 35 feet away from the action.
Ghoul of rank.
Well, there's one ghoul at the back there that you can race up to. Yep.
45?
So he's only about 30 feet away, so he's easy enough to get to. And as Isabel bolts up the stairs, gets some flanking on that guy.
And she will strike with her quarterstaff.
Go ahead and roll attack. It's almost impossible to miss the ghouls.
23.
Definitely hits.
And what is. Wrong one. There you go.
Now you say almost impossible to miss them. My track record begs to differ.
And now it's like, hold my beer.
13 damage for one.
13. Alright.
And do I get. I don't think I was fine. Do I get flanking again?
Yes, got flanking. As the quarterstaff first attack cracks down, and you hear bones snapping and sinews
Oof.
twitching and
That's a
snapping.
20.
That hits.
Nice. 12 damage.
12 damage. Alright. You see that it goes down under the flurry of blows from the quarterstaff. It is a beaten and bloodied mess.
I feel as if when Isabel's rushing out, she will call out to Lilith. I forgot your name.
You've been gone so long.
I know, it's so long.
I could barely remember your name.
Hey!
You.
Champ.
Hey, champ. What do you yell?
Lilith, we've brought you back.
Thanks.
I don't know.
As you're calling out, you do notice that the ghoul that you've just knocked down is twitching and its eyes snap back open.
Uh-oh.
What puts to? Oh no, wait. No, I forgot about Jack and Bryn. 4 lines of ice.
It's
Too many,
fine. I'm not disappointed.
Should have killed him off screen. Alright. Jack is the barbarian, isn't he? He's going to
Yep.
rage. He's already raging because he was already fighting, so he is going to attack the abominations in front of him. Flanking. That is going to be a natural 19, so that definitely hits. Let's get some 12s out as he. Come on, brain. What does a d12 look like? There we go.
It's just 12 sides.
As he raises that great axe and slices down deep into the muscle of the abomination's neck, doing 19 points of slashing damage.
Sure.
He's looking a little worse for wear now as the gashes are beginning to ooze a thick green-white pus. And then he'll use his second attack. Let's get close. That is 25 points of slashing damage. As he hacks in again, almost severing the head from the shoulders, and you can see that there's just this little bit of sinew as the head flops off to the side, and you can just see its eyes still tracking what's going on despite the head hanging off the side as a spurt of dark Icarus blood is shooting up into the air, specking everyone, splattering every single person around it with that disgusting blood. As it oozes down.
Yeah.
Lilith's out of range now, so Lilith would probably enjoy that, however.
It's just like,
Right. Now. Bryn is also going to attack.
Who are these people, Lilith?
none of your darn business.
You got a new monk?
And with
How dare you?
she is going to sort of flank around to get that flanking because they didn't actually move anyone. Smart enough in tactics and worked often enough with normal that's going to miss anyway. As she takes a swipe at the creature's head, but with it hanging half off, it goes too high over the top, and then offhand attack. That's a natural 20. Right, so that's the hand axe, which is. Sorry, Andrew made these characters, so I'm just sort of half reading their ideas again now. That's double max damage, so that is. Who are these people, Andrew? 16 points of damage as the abomination is looking terrible. As she slices off that little meat hook holding arm over the back of its head, and it flops onto the floor, but it's still moving around searching for targets as it flails wildly, trailing that dark oozy Icarus
Where's
blood.
Marty?
Alright, now we get to the Lolliput. Almost no one left to deal with.
Yeah, it seems that way. So I guess like Lolliput was like running up the stairs after Isabel, and then saw the head like pop off and all the blood, and the smile on Lewis's face, the reflection in her eyes, and it kind of grinds to a halt, like looking at his coat. He'd been prepping like a real powerful spell, but it kind of thinks, oh, Mind Sliver. So I'm going to cast Mind Sliver at the giant abomination, which is a saving throw from you, please.
What kind of saving throw?
That would be
Intelligence.
intelligence.
That might be in your favour. You are a natural 17.
Yeah, I wonder if he's a smart one.
-2, so a 15.
Okay.
A 15?
Yes.
Whoa, man, that's pretty good for him, though.
It is.
It's good that my spell save is 16. So 1d6 psychic damage.
2d6.
For Mind Sliver.
Yeah, well level.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Gets an extra damage.
At 5th level, 2d6. Yeah.
You can 1d6 if you like.
Yeah.
That is 7 points of psychic damage.
7 points of psychic damage.
And it is shook, so if it's not already dead, it's taking 1d4 from its next saving throw.
Alright.
That's what a
You
real-
can see that that psychic damage, the head, the hanging barely by a fish starts twitching a little bit, tearing more of its bone.
This is very gruesome.
Damn it! I was going for a scanners.
Where am I? Kit. Swing one round the combat.
Excellent. So, just to establish, so there's the one that Isabel dealt with, shall we say, is kind of on the ground, jiggling.
Yes, it
gently.
is twitching,
Broke its
jiggling.
kneecaps.
Yep. And how far away is our very, very large, very bloated friend?
From where Kit is, about 40 feet.
40 feet?
Yep.
Okay. So Kit will move up as far as she can, so 30 feet forwards.
She want to get up on the top platform.
Suspiciously eyeing Lilith as she cackles in the corner. And so as she's basically there swinging her sensor around, I hope we can just establish that I'm helping you out here.
If you're with Faustus and Lilliput, then yeah, that's fine.
Excellent. If you don't like them, I'm not helping.
Well, that's subjective.
What about if I don't like Faustus?
That's okay. Faustus is like,
Spot on.
And that is where she'll leave that turn.
Beautiful. All right. Brings us back to the top of the round. So the Abomination is going to see whether he gets his Poison Cloud back. He does. Beautiful. All right.
Not beautiful.
So, with his first attack, he's going to just go on that target that basically cut his head off. And spin around. And he'll go with whoever's in front. He's not too smart. He doesn't know who the strongest, biggest threat is. He's going to attack. That is Bryn. Straight roll on the first one. Right. Let me check. AC is 15, so that will hit with a 16. On the slam, as the big hand with the axe comes slamming down. Now in tens. 15 points of bludgeoning damage on the first. Second attack, he's natural 17, so that will also hit. On doubles of everything. 15 points of bludgeoning damage on the second. So Bryn is looking very much the worse for wear. And then he's going to use his chain pull to try and pull up the monk that came and whacked it. Which is 13 plus 4, so 17.
Wait, did you make the butcher from Diablo?
Clonk, that will hit Clonk, just barely hit Clonk.
Or punch.
And Clonk needs to make a strength save. Yes, it is.
He's definitely filling a niche.
Strength is 1, so that is a fail as Clonk is pulled 20 feet closer.
Not Clonk.
Oh no.
And as part of that, he's going to whack him
No.
with the axe.
No.
And that's going to miss because that is only a 12 to hit.
I thought we were gonna have to play the sad dying music from Lord of the Rings.
Let's just
that
wait
is
for the name of the
Abomination's
action to match up.
those
The two ghouls
tomatoes.
clamber to their feet. This guy's going to keep going down.
Sing me a song.
No, Faustus would be Gimli.
No, Shankless first. So he's first. So he's going to... They're not up yet. Going to do 2 shots with his bow to try and...
I don't want to derail combat, Luke, but can we all go around and decide which Lord of the Rings character?
Oh, behind the scenes. Stay tuned.
We've already got a Denethor.
As did I get their names wrong way then? Oh no, Clonk's the one.
No, clocks them up. Shank
is the ranger.
Is the ranger.
So he, in his panic of seeing this creature still moving, sends 2 shots wide. As the highest you roll was a natural 6 on all 4 attacks. As 2 arrows go soaring into the roof and clatter and snap onto the ground. Clonk is going to take his attacks on the big guy. He has advantage now because that's not going to that is. Alright, so Flame Fist. As Clonk rushes or gets sucked in by the meat hook chain and starts throwing fire strikes back. So that's like 5 points of damage. And then make a save. That will be a save, so he's not paralyzed again. First attack missed, and he's going to flurry blows. He's a monk, and that's what he do. That will hit. And that will hit as well.
Whack, whack, yeah.
So 6, 7, so another 13 points of damage. And he will use his mobile to once again run away out of range. Yes, he will. Does not want to get hit by this big thing. He's full range and he's a monk.
He's so small, he just get punted across the...
He's going to go right up out of range now after witnessing that flying chain wrap around him.
I'll look over to him and Lilith's just like, yeah, don't be close to it. It's a terrible time.
Now the zombies get up. He can't. He gets up and takes a swing at Jack, who's in front of him. 16. Pass for 5 points of damage. 3 points of damage. Alright. Where am I up to? Faustus.
Foul creature, you will be gone. I'm casting a 3rd level guiding bolt, and I will use my inspiration to roll with advantage.
Sorry, Mike, if you're watching at home.
He focuses all this cosmic energy and shoots it at the abomination. That is going to be... What's his spell attack modifier? That's going to be a 19.
That definitely hits. Go ahead.
19.
And roll damage. Is this was the abomination?
Yep.
This was the abomination?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
It's not too bad. 12. Actually, no, it's terrible. It's just like I'm rolling with max dice. 14.
You're really channeling him right now.
Dirty 20. Radiant damage.
So as that guiding bolt slams into the abomination, it sort of worms its way in, and you can see beneath its skin begin to glow as its body begins to bloat. And then there's a split second of nothing, and then it explodes in a shower of radiant energy, as it is vulnerable to radiant energy. And guts
40
and bile and bone go flying all over the place, and he is gone. And there's just a pool of melted flesh and bone.
Lovely.
Lilith is very
Just this-
happy.
His head is flapping.
But the head is still...
Faustus, when the hell did you learn to do that? I've never seen you so effective in combat.
Jeez.
How far am I to the zombie?
The zombie.
Sorry, the ghoul.
45.
45. GG using 50 feet movement. I'll move up to it.
You
Flanking
get
with
around
Isabel.
this side here, you get flanking with Kips.
Oh, Kit. Sorry, yeah.
Or you could come around the front and flank with Isabel.
I'm just sort of like I'm next to it. I'm just like, hi. Stab.
Everyone's flanking everyone.
That is another natural 20 on this.
Oh, those are Valentine's dice.
No, that was a roll with advantage dice. The Valentine's dice was a 18 though.
So he managed to slice through and he goes down. And this time he twitches for a few seconds. And then while he's twitching, you just get stabbed. And the twitching eventually stops. And he does not appear to be able to get back up this time.
There's just like blood and ink all over and she's like, hi.
Hi. Your reputation precedes you.
I hope it's a good reputation. I hope they haven't told you some bad things about me.
It's
because
very-
they're all 100% correct.
It's very stable.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's been done.
That's you done? Numbers.
What an intro.
Marjack's turn. He's going to also there. And then he will throw. I believe he has a hand axe, doesn't he?
Javelin.
So javelins. He'll throw his javelin. And it will clatter onto the damaged cobblestone floor right next to his comrade, almost impaling Shank.
He's just like,
Not Sweet Shank.
Almost got shanked because that was a
Shank almost got shanked.
Isabel.
Ooh, just that direction.
Just this. Yeah,
One ball just on the back side of it here.
Oh god, I cannot see that.
35, Isabel.
45.
45.
Oh, you can get to him. You want to go right up behind him.
Yeah, why not?
There's no flanking there because he's not quite gotten up to. Shit.
Nice.
It's 26.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage. Ooh, what is that?
That is 8 damage for
Eight.
the first one.
So the punch goes straight through the back of his skull and out through his mouth, and he collapses around and goes down. He stops twitching as well because he also failed his save.
I was gonna
That
make
brings
you roll
us-
again.
Out of combat, as they all appear to be dead. Don't have to worry about the abomination in that because he's killed by some radiant damage.
Classic Lilith.
She turns around, she's just covered in blood, and you go, she's just like,
You haven't changed a bit.
no, I wouldn't expect so. It's only been like a week.
No, I mean the blood.
Isabel.
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty sure that was there last time.
Yeah.
I mean, this definitely was, as I hold up like the
Everyone
crossbow
sort of
bolt.
starts making their way up.
Oh, I've missed this. I go in for the hug.
Oh god.
She
Take a
reluctantly
step
kind
back.
of just goes like this, and she's just like, yes, it's good to see you too.
There's
Lilith
quite a bit
first.
of tension from Lilith's companions. Holsters full.
Lovely to see you again, Paul.
Oh, the child we stole is still here. It's good to see you too. I want to say Vanessa?
Isabel.
Isabel, that's the one.
So, are you going to introduce us to your friends?
Oh yes, this is she looks back at their group and she's like, these are both groups are friends of myself. You've got Maljack, he's an orc. I think
fought.
his partner Bryn.
As you.
Also an orc?
Bryn is a bugbear,
Yeah.
so she just eyes you warily and sort of steps over protectively in front of Maljack a little bit.
The little pocket rocket there is Clonk. And the one that's probably picking over the bodies of the ghoul over there is Shank. Maljack, Shank, Clonk, and Bryn. This is another group of people that I know. This is Lolliput, Isabel, and the individual over there who's looking brooding as always is Faustus, and a person I've never met before.
What are you talking about? Don't you remember me?
No.
I was going to make introductions, but if you guys already know each other.
Really? No, nothing at all?
You're going to have to jog my memory on that one.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So we've never met, it's okay.
Oh, right. Woo! I was just like... I forget a lot of inconsequential things, but I thought for a second there, I thought it was something important.
I mean, I'd hate to be inconsequential.
Exactly.
So, yeah, Kit.
Kit, yes. This is Kit. Say, Maljack, you need to obviously secure this area and keep moving further into the temple. I might just catch up with these wayward adventurers. They're no harm. I can assure you that.
Alright. He looks over to Clonk. No, not Clonk. Shank. Alright, Shank. Go check for more traps. And Shank's like, alright, I'll race off. He heads off down there, and you can see that there are more tunnels leading in, and collapsed walls that appear to lead further into the ruins of the city. Maljack and the rest, let's turn away straight away. Don't forget what we're here for.
No, I completely... I know. Don't worry. You know how important it is to me, so it's all good.
Alright. We'll be watching. And they start to file off down the hallway. Go on.
Could I use Mage Hand to just fish through the remains of the abomination?
Sure.
Just swishing here and there.
Yeah.
Looking through the puddles to see if there's anything
Maljack is
solid.
Maljack is just enough out of range. Lilith is just going to be like, oh, Maljack.
This is why we're best friends.
So,
Sure.
The only thing remaining on the abomination is effectively the metallic items and the hook and the huge axe. They don't appear to be of anything of any decent quality or value. They're quite rusted, and axe is almost completely blunt. It's just sort of the force of its damage, its strikes that cause damage rather than the edge of the blade.
Can I pick the axe up?
Sure. Make a strength check.
Yeah? Okay.
The axe itself is probably as large as you are.
It's a critical failure.
It doesn't budge, just sort of scrapes along the...
It's made of some sort of star metal! I'll leave it. Don't want to have it anyway.
so, Lilith, where do you find the sponge? We've been looking.
Oh, yes, that. What are you doing here? That kind of makes sense. She's keeping an eye out, making sure that they're definitely going to be a shot. And she's just like,
Make a perception check.
Can I make it too?
Yep.
9.
Wait. 19.
A 19. So you notice that Clonk has sort of waited back just a little bit to try and see what's happening. Not really close enough to overhear, but he's sort of keeping an eye on whether or not the group is moving or staying around to effectively see whether or not you're going to proceed through the ruins or basically. You can see that he's sort of, one minute he's looking at you, the group, you guys, and then he's looking down at the tunnel to see where his group is. And that.
Big guy has eyes on us.
Lilith, are you okay?
yes.
Blink once for okay, twice for I desperately need help from the mighty hero Lolliput.
She goes,
Wait a second.
Kind of
Does a wink count? Have we factored this in?
I think she's flirting.
She just has the Cheshire grin on her face again, and it's just like, no, but seriously, did you get the other one? You went and saw Aradon or whatever and got it, secured it from him?
We have the other.
Excellent. Wow, did you come here?
I didn't.
We came to save you. Well, at least I did. Holstis, I think, had some random machinations, but...
The world needs saving. 41 days.
Why is he emo today?
Today?
Emo-er.
Good to see you haven't changed, Holstis.
And, I mean, well, I followed them.
Mm-hmm.
And, look, it seems like a decent cause, I suppose. But, also, on that note, are you actually okay? No, not in the flirty sense.
Trust me, I'm definitely far from okay, but that's not what you're asking, I know.
Yes.
Mentally, no.
Physically, how are you feeling? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm totally fine.
Okay, perfect.
Never stronger. Actually, if it wasn't for my presence, these morons that I'm with would have probably died at the entrance, but...
I did notice you don't have a dapper, charming sorcerer in your mix. Good to see that I wasn't replaced.
Nobody's been replaced. What are you talking about?
Sure.
Bunch of monstrous psychopaths, mercenaries for hire that a certain person decided to stick me with.
Certain person?
Yes. Female has a shit in that's racist apparently. What?
Wait, if she's racist, why is she hooking you up with these other species? Wait, is she not racist?
I don't think she is. But I could be wrong. She's a terrible person.
In other news, we also came here looking for the wink. I'm pointing to my eye. Is that perhaps something that you are seeking in here as well?
Fine, yes, we're here for that thing too.
Are you here on your own will to find him?
More or less. Look, it got complicated when the hell is Ismir and Eleni?
Didn't they stay at the village? Yeah. They stayed back.
You know that Ishmael was recalled because of the...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they ditched out without paying us the bounty that they owed us.
Those motherfuckers.
Sounds about right though, that we did.
Anyway, you guys feel Lilith in. I'm just gonna go run distraction on old Monkey Monk over here. Not you, Isabel. Present company excluded. So I'm gonna go over and just try and distract Clonk.
Yep. You see he sort of edged down the passageway a little bit, but he's still trying to hang back to see what the situation is.
Hey!
What is it?
Hey! Clonk? What's
Coming?
it? Clonk?
It's Clonk.
Oh,
What's your name?
my name's Lollipop.
Lollipop.
Oh, mate, I saw the moves that you were chucking out there. Wah wah! Wah 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 wah!
I
Wah 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 wah!
haven't seen anything yet.
What? Really? You've got more?
Oh,
Oh, man, tell me about it. What else can you... I'm going to just try and, like, lead him down the hallway.
Wow.
Showing interest in him and asking him a lot of questions about what...
Alright.
What kind of monkey is?
Oh, yeah, Isabel, man, I think she's pretty excited to be working with another monk.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Grand.
What did you say?
Oh no.
And I'm still blessed, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last for a little bit.
Why not use it?
Technically only like 1.5 minutes of combat.
So
yeah.
I'm glad I used it because it was a +1 on that. That makes a grand total of 13 plus 1 plus 4, 18.
Probably rolling something.
You manage to just dive out of the way as he opens his mouth and a cone of flame just erupts from out of his mouth in your general direction. And you take 12 points of fire damage.
Don't say.
Would that be seeable from?
You see the burst of flame, yeah, it lights up the chamber and I can do lots of things with fire, do you like it?
I don't like that
Like it?
at all, and so I am going to hit him with a chaos bolt in the face.
What the hell are they doing over there?
Fighting it. I can't leave them alone. Yes.
No. I mean, this group's volatile as it is, let alone putting Lollipop in.
So that
Function.
is a 27 to hit.
Function before.
She
Oh,
can
sorry,
talk.
make that a 31 with the bless.
Yeah.
Don't kill the guy.
That is 12. This is gonna say. Where's my chaos bolt gone? It can be. Let's just make it psychic. Yeah, let's stick with that thing. So that is 13, 18 points of psychic damage.
So as that chaos bolt is flying in at Clonk, you see him raise his hands and half catch the chaos bolt and deflect it away. And he only takes 4 points of psychic damage. But you can see that there is some burn marks on his hands from having done that, as he uses deflect missiles to deflect your magical attack.
Ah. Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah. Don't shoot fireball in my face again, mate. No, it's not cool.
I want to see it.
It's not cool. I didn't want to see it that close. It was pretty cool. It was a cool jump to do, though. But like, seriously, look at my cravat. It's absolutely ruined. I take it off and throw it around. Take another one out of my backpack and tie it up.
Seems pick it up.
Anyways, me can.
Wow, this sucks.
Me can.
Yeah, I can
start
go.
filling in. Well.
Alright, well, are you coming down or what?
Yeah, no, they're coming. They're coming.
We come across a lot of traps.
So
There's
what
really
else-
traps everywhere.
what-
We need help.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Alright, well, what else can you shoot fire at? But don't do it at me.
Oh, I can't shoot fire out of my hands. And he just does like a fire burst attack. And you can see flame light up across the.
I'm just going to keep asking him redundant questions until we can get
He
to.
just starts doing some parkour around the place, running up walls, doing a few flips. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And then you just see him just sort of realise about halfway, about 2 or 3 minutes into this, that make an insight check.
Okay, I won't use bless. I assume that's probably wrapped up by now.
That's it.
Yeah.
Inside? 8.
He just keeps going. He seems like you seem like you're distracting him.
We're all good.
You guys see this, and you're like, you catch on after a bit that they're both distracting each other, and they're both falling for each other.
Oh, this is amazing.
Clonk appears to have been left behind to slow you guys down, while the others try and get to the artifact where they're being paid a significant amount of gold to retrieve, and not have to share it.
We can't stop around too long here. If they get to it first, it's going to be just as annoying as if I got to it. I need to make sure that they don't keep it.
Okay, well, here. Come over here. And let's just assume that, you need a hand and lean on me for a second.
I'm not touching you.
Unless you don't want to be caught up on what's going on.
What?
So, as we walk, because they look like they're going to start living up to their names in a second. So, long story short, as far as from where I start, so these guys basically took out Cult of Madness in Mordoon. I found them after that. They found me. It's a long story. We have that thing. We've found out some very interesting information, which really should probably wait until there's definitely no one around to hear it. And we followed some very, very squishy breadcrumbs here. So, arguably, we're kind of all pointed in the right direction. So, if your aim is to get to that thing before they do, then yes.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
Excellent. No, good chat.
Thank you for bringing me up to speed. Frost is just like, Infoball.
Just little like footnotes to everything, and I've said it's like, and this action, and actually no, it was this instead.
Yeah.
There was a book involved.
Well, look, I don't have any allegiance to this group, but we tread carefully. They're incredibly effective and good at what they do. If we're going to try and beat them, we might have to fight them, and if we fight them, we're going to have to be pretty much better than I've seen any of these individuals. Except for you, you're pretty effective. You, I have no idea because I haven't seen much of it.
Yeah, look, if things stayed alive, undead, long enough for me to get to them, yeah, we'll see. Okay, excellent. Well, Lollipots, wait up!
What Lolliput has transformed into a 5-foot version of Kong. He's like doing like bad kung fu. Like this? Like, oh, yeah. No, we're waiting for you. Come on, when you're ready.
Yep, we're coming along.
Like this? Like with my foot?
He's gonna end up on his face in a second.
I mean, that's what he normally does.
And you just see him take off.
Yep.
And he uses Step of the Wind to just race off into the tunnels.
Alright, let's move. We're going to catch up with them. Maybe play nice for a little bit. See if they can take a bit of the brunt of it. And once we see our target, that's when the real race begins.
Yes. On that note, what do you know of what's in here? Not
Big shiny artifact.
aside from that.
What are we walking into?
Yeah.
City of the Undead.
Lovely. Information I didn't.
I mean, we've been fighting creatures kind of like this from the entrance, which you're welcome, by the way. Because you wouldn't have gone this far if it wasn't for me.
Well, that's agree to disagree. Let's keep in mind, though, that a certain someone in this party can take on the shape of other people. So if we need to, let's say, retire one of your new companions and find a replacement for them, that might be a strategy we could employ.
That's true.
Let's just keep that in the old back pocket.
Feels switcheroo.
The old switcheroo.
I don't know if we're ever going to be able to catch up with Monk. He's actually faster than me, which is very frustrating. Good to know. Otherwise, if we have an opportunity for Shank, he's pretty stupid.
Not Sweet Shank.
Not
Sweet Shank.
Oh no, he's a monster.
Are we talking personality or definition?
I mean both.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Just before we establish that you're racist here.
I'm not racist. I treat everybody with the same amount of hate.
Equal disdain.
Yeah.
Well, Undead are wasting.
Let's get going.
Quickly shuffle forwards.
Okay.
Go running down after the monk.
So as you pursue them down into the ruins, they are heading down through a winding passageway, and you can see that it is a series of broken steps that lead deeper and deeper into the depths of the Corlean desert. It takes. You hear the footsteps in the distance, but they appear to be making better time than you, and they soon fade as the other group goes out of range. And after about an hour or so of travelling down through various platforms and staircases, the passageway opens up into a huge underground cavern. And you appear to be standing high above the ruins of an ancient city. And what we might do is we might take our halftime break there, because that's a good time to break, so I can reset our terrain and explore the ruined city when we come back. So we will take our quick break now. Thank you for sticking around. We hope to see you again in about 10 minutes time as we explore the ruins of the city of Al-Fa'in, or the city of creation.
I realised I started dancing too early.
And here we go. Thank you. See you soon.
For a long break.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Few more hundred of those. We might just
Lilith
be
just like sitting there and just like, what the fuck is going on?
Just before we enact said plan, are there any... So where we are, we're sort of overlooking the city.
Yeah.
So we're still in, effectively, a constructed portion that's leading down to it.
Yes.
Yes. So I will just kind of hold up a finger as a, just wait 1 second. I just want to try something. And I'll reach out to touch one of the stone walls and try and basically concentrate and feel for that presence from before.
Alright, make a religion check for me. Is there something wrong with the picture? Am I seeing things?
No.
No? It's all good. Yeah, it's not full size. It's a bit off. The barricade is a little bit off.
So that is a 19.
A 19, alright.
I think that's one of Kit's highest rolls yet.
The dice work.
So you have done something to the battle camp, apparently. That's weird. So 19 on the religion check. So as you reach out and pour your focus into the wall, you do feel a shock of warmth into your body, and there is a bit of a brief surge of light in this general direction over here, where there's a large clump of ruins. You feel drawn to that part of the city.
Only she sees this?
Yes.
What is she doing? Is she like Falsus? Does she like rocks as well?
Hold
Just
on.
feeling up the feelings.
So can I, can you hear me? Can we talk? Are you there?
There's no direct response, but a sense of urgency does translate through your connection, yes.
Okay, so well, that's as good as I'm gonna get.
So you get the feeling from that someone can hear you, but
Yep.
can't physically respond.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
You finished touching up the stonework here?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Falsus is like, she is a person of the cloth.
I like this new font.
Yes, he's not so boring anymore.
I don't know what's changed
We
during the
love you.
last.
We
I mean-
love you, Mike.
He's very...
Look, he's not wrong, but also less starch, stuffy collars, and more work clothes, I suppose.
Yeah, more stick up your ass and practicality.
No, less stick up my ass.
More, yes, right. Sorry.
Yes,
Less
yes.
stick up your ass, more practicality.
Wait, who's putting sticks up their ass and why are we doing that down here?
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge.
Don't yuck
But-
someone's yum. I hear you.
Time
I
and
hear you,
place.
kid. If that's what you're into, False, just... Hey, it's about time. Oh, look, we're happy you opened up here.
False is just like, guys, we've got to go. We've got
It's
41
not the time.
days. Let's not talk about the things that stick up my ass. So you do stick things up your ass.
Not the point.
Mike,
No, that's not the point.
Another session.
We are going to be murdered in our sleep, is what's going to happen. Okay, so I will explain later. It's just easier that way. These two can at least vouch for me, mostly, sort of.
I mean, Dark Elf, we cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I don't.
Am I doing this or what?
Well, okay. So I can see it. I don't know who else can. But in the, I don't even know which direction we're facing. Over there. That shape in the distance. As far as I can tell, that's where we need to head.
Okay. So we need to draw the creatures away from it. I mean, once they're engaged on the other group, we can mosey on over. I think we stick with the plan.
Absolutely.
You do your thing. Before we go in, if we do come to blows with people, Falsus, can you do me a favor and just give me some healing? I think you can still do that.
Christ.
Yes, of course, look, I can. You'll give me a cure wound.
The highest level cure wound.
I asked you before if you were okay.
I thought you were talking about my mental state, physically.
No, I asked physically.
Oh, that was actually not so bad. I thought there was 2 1s, but one of them was a 7. I was like, whoa.
Look, we don't need to transfer my luck. We want to dissipate it.
So it takes me to that.
Okay. Yes. So in the future, physically, let me know if you need help.
And this time, fine. The other group have made their way to one of the sets of rooms.
Alright.
And they're perched around the outside. They appear to be waiting for something.
I think it's time I also give everybody aid.
What was 8 again?
Isabel, 5 to your maximum hit points.
Ooh, thank you.
Lilith, 5 to your maximum hit points. And Kit, 5 to your maximum hit
A little bit
points.
of balance on the camera.
Lilith, you missed your best friend. Best buddy over.
What? No, Falsus is giving me the thing.
Oh.
That hurts even more.
I'm sorry, Lolliput.
No!
There's only enough to go around for some of them.
I don't want your charity.
You're gonna go off and soak as a dwarf again?
What?
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Could you say that into my good ear?
Nah.
Can we just
Okay, how are
tensions
we
away
proceeding? And what are
until
we
we
up to?
live?
Are we?
It's a high pressure environment, Kit. That's how we get it out.
Do we need to get closer?
I don't think this is the time. What?
No, like to the group, so you can do your spell, and then they can come down once the battle starts.
Hey, the closest we can get to it, if I'm assessing this battle map correctly, there's 250 feet between us, those two parties there.
Because you are also above, so you're not on the floor of the thing, yes. I just don't have a raised platform.
Okay. So I can manipulate it within 120 feet of me, which is my understanding of how this works.
Mm-hmm.
I can send it. I might not get all the undead in this area funnel over there, but the closest I can kind of get to a point where I can maximize that range.
Right. So we need to get.
Better.
If we can get down to their area within 60 feet, your 120 feet range, give or take a little bit, could pull them actually fully through and onto their group, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about this? I turn you invisible. I'll stealth down with you. I will leave you a friend to let you know when you need to come down, and the three of you just hang back for a second. And then you can get your range and do your thing.
Sounds great to me.
Yeah.
You can just wave.
I could do that.
She's really stealthy though. You might not see it.
That's true. So I'll quickly sort of like get a small tree branch bud thing out, and it sort of opens up and creates an interdimensional space that starts to form and congeal, and it turns into Edelin, the owl monkey.
I am going to take on the shape.
And she just jumps on top of your shoulder and it's like,
Ooh! I think I'm going to take on the shape
I
of
see you
Maljack.
again.
Don't be alarmed.
Oh, Edel's saying.
Take on the shape of Maljack. Ready when you are. Or should I say?
ready with you all. That's better. I'll cast invisibility on you.
Alright, so Lolliput is invisible. Why do I not have an invisible one? There it is.
Is it just because you can't see it?
That's not the right one. We've discussed my mental state.
Alright,
And my brain state.
follow me. So I'm going to go down first, leading the way, and I'm just stealthing.
Alright, roll stealth checks for me. You have advantage because you are invisible.
Oh, that's handy.
I have advantage because I have an elven cloak. Those are two separate things.
Nice.
16 for me.
16. What was yours, Lilith?
24.
24. Alright, so you get down to the floor of the ruins. Now, you're trying to get within 125 feet of the other group.
Yes. We're also going to find cover somewhere that they
cover
can't
somewhere.
see what's going on.
Alright. Just gonna set one of these.
Cover appears.
Easy enough. You do find
What a handy wall.
ruined.
He's not prepared. Little throws out a rock that just goes.
Wallomancer.
God, it's a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's
Capsule.
the capsule.
When that launches, that will be called portable cover for the technician class
Excellent.
Nice.
in StarQuest.
Handy
There it is.
Like,
A wild cover appears. Now you manage to get in nice and close, and what illusion are we creating?
so I want you to cast your minds back to 1990s. A blockbuster, the sequel to a blockbuster, hit the market. Centered in New York City, where a large corporation tried to capitalize the gremlin. And in doing so, they actually created the lovely erotic female gremlin. So we are talking Shanks. We are the 90s was a wild time.
Yeah.
It was
Very shit from the time for movies.
Picture the 90s as the cocaine hangover to the 80s.
Yes.
So picture Shanks the gremlin with a blonde voluptuous wig and a red voluptuous dress. That's the base that we're working with. So as long as we're there mentally, we can kind of get to the next part.
It's going to pop up and see Shank and just be
I
like,
have the female gremlin.
I hate it, but we've got it. Yep.
We've got it. We're all there.
Yep.
So this, what I like to refer to as Femshanks, is going to appear 120 feet away from their party, and then run towards them, howling with lust, passion, and unrequited love. Oh, Shanksy! It's a heck of a scene. Let me just say that right now. Does my invisibility drop when that happens? When I cast my spell?
it would, yeah.
Alright, so this
That's why we needed the cover.
very sexy female goblin appears. Wind, hair blowing in a non-existent breeze as it goes running through. And as it approaches...
Do the voice! Do the voice!
No.
Are you doing great or Lilith? You can make noise.
Oh yeah, I'm doing major image. It can do. It has smell effectively as well.
Alright, so...
That's a detail I don't think.
Now, alright. Okay. Shank! I love you! What are you doing? Come to me now, Shank! Everything comes swarming towards, including this very large skeleton with a huge warhammer, comes thundering after it. Shank!
Good time for
You
Bruce to
hear
suck up a little.
Melja. Shank! What's going on? What's going on, Shank? You're drawing attention! And you just hear screaming as a whole host of undead come flying towards them, including...
So,
Everything comes out.
now Dex is like, shit!
It goes ambling towards them. What are we doing while this is happening?
I will definitely mentally communicate to Edelyn and just be like, bring them down. And the owl on your back will just be like, woo! And then it's flying.
So you see the group of Maljack's group go running off into the darkness as quickly as they can go. With a sexified goblin screaming for Shank on the way, followed by a whole host of undead. Now they're pretty slow, some of the undead, but skeletons go quickly. He falls behind, And then, in the distance, you do see another figure appear.
I can't believe that worked.
Oh, that's lovely.
It apparates out of almost thin air and slowly begins drifting in the direction of the distraction. So, I'll get the rest of the group to come down. You guys come down sneakily.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so I'll get you guys to roll stealth checks.
Nice.
Nice.
And you just begin to hear the first sounds of combat in the distance.
I feel like I'm done for the night. Check it out, guys. See you.
So that'll be a 6.
6,
24.
24.
Falsus has smashed both of you with a mighty 5.
Look, if it was advantage, it would be a nat 20. It was not.
That's a 23 from your boy.
Well, we're pretty sneaky.
Alright.
Speak for yourself.
You are quite loud coming down, but the undead are probably far enough away now that only the slower zombies at the back sort of stop for half a second. until the screams of the beautiful goblin lady regain their attention and they rush off into the distance. We'll just get them off the board completely in just a second. Apologies for the extreme close-up on the camera there. That's right in my own camera. And you guys managed to meet up at the cover that Lolliput and Lilith have found.
That worked surprisingly well.
You can see from your cover
There's one thing I know how to do. It's
there are a handful of statues that appear to be humanoid along this sort of corridor here. And they lead off in, just need him to be against there because his base fell off on the way up apparently.
Standing pretty well though.
So, there we go. Series of statues leading off in towards the building that Kit has suggested might be a good place to investigate.
Are we in?
Now, on the floor of the ruins, the air is heavy. You can hear faint whispers carried on the air. And
Oh, the shit!
what's your passive perception?
I believe it is 12, but I'll double check. Yep, 12.
Isabel,
Yeah, fire.
you do hear battle shouts and prayers just carried on the wind as if echoes from an ancient war, still haunting the ruins of the city. There's no physical source, but you're just sort of fading in and out.
Isabel
Very
definitely gets a chill up her spine from this.
Alright, what are we doing? We're safely in cover. There's a whole host of undead chasing Maljack and his group.
I think we wait until they're like fully out of range and then move on the ruin.
Maybe wait for the big boy over there to.
I don't like the look of him.
He's sort of floating around. He's not drawn into the illusion, but he's just...
These statues, how were they posed? Like, am I able to get a better look at them from where I am?
You can only see the first one from where you are. It appears to be a heavily armoured warrior in a battle pose. You can't quite tell whether they're human or a humanoid species, but definitely in some sort of ceremonial armour by the look of it.
Okay.
It's worn with time, but largely appears to be undamaged.
So, are we... By battle pose, are we talking stately, artistically captured battle pose, or...?
No, he looks to be in mid-swing, as one hand is holding a very large greatsword over the back, and he looks like he's about to come down and swing.
That's distinctly more terrifying.
What are we looking for? I can sneak up and rummage around.
No, so... If any of you can see these statues...
Yes, they're right in front of us.
Yes. So, does that look like someone carved it? Or does that maybe look like something happened to a someone?
Oh.
I'll have a look at them.
Something definite.
See if I can determine.
You want to go over? The sounds of the kerfuffle are definitely fading as they move off into the distance.
Actually, no, I will sneak over closer to one.
Alright.
I'll be like, I'll go have a look.
She just darts across, continuing that beautiful stealth check. You get right up next to it. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
You want a re-stealth for the move?
No, it's
Woof.
25.
looking at the carving, it is either a statue created by a master craftsman that has captured the intimate detail of a human body, or it is a person that has been turned into a statue. You can see the vein lines. There appear to even be sort of beads of sweat on various parts of the character's or the statue's face.
This person's got a beauty mole on her butt.
Are you upskirting the statue now?
Very, very realistic. Must come from the north.
And you can see that there are two others from your position. One appears to be from where you are. You can see with that roll some sort of elven woman.
I will do a
Who also appears to be in a combat pose, and then a human who's holding a spell with a hand back, almost as if ready to cast a spell.
Okay. So just to confirm, I think it's some sort of turn to stone or like their amazing architecture.
Yes.
Given that, can I then double down with Arcana to confirm that it is some sort of
Absolutely.
petrification?
Go ahead.
I'll still be okay. 14.
It's difficult to tell because you know there are artisans in the world that could possibly do this with the right materials, but you're pretty sure that it is a magical enchantment that has turned into stone.
Yeah, okay. I sneak back. I'm just suddenly right next to you. I was like,
Just shut up. This is Cheshire green.
yep.
I'm going to need some getting used to that.
Yeah.
What did you find?
Oh, they're petrified people.
Lovely.
Maybe it's old cranky boy over there that's floating around and not leaving the fucking area.
I really hope not.
Still
And
floating.
being petrified would make sense to me.
I could try and do,
More I heard earlier.
I could try and do a sexy ghost, but
No, I don't.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
He continues moving about, and he appears to evaporate into the wall over here and
He's
disappears.
Oh,
As if
he's
he's gone into the
He's definitely some sort of guardian of this area, but he has the ability to sort of like phase in and out. Mr. DM.
Yes.
Can I ascertain whether a dispel magic would get rid of the petrification?
You feel like a powerful dispelling style spell would probably work. You might not have access to a high enough one currently though.
Right.
just gotta pick them up and take them with us.
I mean, I think they're pretty much harmless. I could try. I mean, I don't really have a strong enough spell on me, but I could have tried to dispel the petrification.
maybe if we defeat old floaty face, then these guys, bada bing, bada boom.
You reckon he's the... Well, I did say that. I mean, that's probably fair.
Our best shot.
Just walk out and be like, hey, floaty guys, come out here and fight us. And then, like, you jump on him when he comes out.
Plants have legs. Plants got legs.
What about I do that? I have a feeling that I'm slightly more robustly built.
What are you trying to say?
I'm wearing armor.
That's true.
I can be a distraction. You seem to be far more better suited with sneaking up behind someone with a bit of a stabbins.
I mean, that's my preferred thing, only because I don't care for people, you know, to see me coming.
I'm unsure about how easily, if it is the one who petrifies, how easily it could turn anyone.
Look, great question. I have no idea. How about we try and make our way over there? I will do my utmost to be quiet, however that may be.
When that fails, we fight the creature.
When that fails, I will make... let's not go noise, I'll make a distraction.
Yeah.
Well, how about you guys go? I will go and set up the ruins closest to where it apparates in, and then that way, once the fight starts, he shouldn't see me if I'm being quiet, and then I can come in from behind or whatever once you draw him closer.
Sounds like a better plan than anything else.
Sounds good.
I do my best work when the creature isn't engaged with anybody, so try and not be next to it. as much as possible.
Look, they may make that decision more than us. But we'll do our best. Lollipop?
I'm down.
I'm going to stealth over to there.
Yep. All right. Go ahead and roll another stealth check.
Lollipop's going to take on
23.
more of an observation role as he heads over with Kit and Isabel.
And you guys are not making any attempts to stay quiet.
Well, hey.
We are.
Attempts.
Yeah.
Attempts.
Yeah, it's the attempt being the key word.
All right.
Isabel's nat 20 already. Falsters has got 12.
Falsus has got 12, and that's 20,
19.
19. Alright.
Surely it's an hour.
So let's go marching order.
What?
I feel like Kit was going to be at the front.
Yes.
Isabel will be behind.
Isabel. Should we put Falsus in front of Lily?
Yeah, why not?
16, by the way.
16, very nice. So we get through. You, as you approach, do take in these statues as well and marvel at the beauty that a sculptor or magical person has managed to capture. They look as though they were in the middle of combat at the time, though. It's quite obvious once you get up nice and close that they appear to be taking some sort of actions.
Is all their gear petrified as well?
It is.
This group here is definitely not anywhere.
They're
right.
right. They're
Yeah.
right. So I just try to push them off the camera.
Push them off the field.
As we pass them as well, do I notice any insignia or marks of the Redeemer on these statues?
You do notice on the first two that they do carry that sort of winged trident imagery as well in various places.
Oh, good. Good. Okay. I have... Okay. Who's behind me? Isabel.
Yes, no.
If these people do wake up and depetrify, given what they're doing, let me try to talk to them. And I'll gesture, from myself and kind of, and towards where it is on the statue. At least they're not going to want to immediately kill us. Hopefully.
That's always nice.
And
Let's
yeah,
keep going.
and try and sort of shuffle quietly further onwards.
Alright. Shuffling towards the building.
Yes.
Alright.
Doing our shuffle.
Shuffle. As you're walking, Isabel,
Yeah.
you do notice that the floor up ahead does not quite look right. So I would like, as we're walking, Kit make a dexterity saving throw with advantage as Isabel, yes.
Can I try and grab?
Yes, so it's with advantage, so
Yep.
to mimic the assistance here.
You just
I feel like the dice change has really helped me. I will just say, we've gone from rolling double 4s to a 4 and an 18.
oh, nice.
Okay, very nice.
So that's a 19 total.
As you go to step forward, midway through your foot passing through the air, the floor in front disappears. And there is a large chasm there. And you feel Isabel just grab hold of you from behind as her monk reflexes catch in. And you look down and there is an abyss that drops into what appears to be absolutely nothing.
Thank you.
Watch your step.
Thank you.
Doing my best.
Does this span across the entire?
It appears to span the entire section from the edge of the buildings to where the ruins are over here and the larger ruins that you're headed for.
Yeah.
It's only about a 25 to about 30 foot gap. So that's technically
Only.
away. So quite difficult to get across, but there doesn't appear to be any way from your current location to get across that. Though you do remember that some of the undead creatures did manage to cross somehow.
Perhaps we must be like the undead to get across.
I can't say when I move back, so.
The floor of the ruins, is it quite sandy? Is it soil or earth or sand?
It's a mix of rock and cobblestone from the city itself, and there are bits and pieces of sand that have come down through the cavern in the passage of time.
All I thought was to kind of gather together a couple of handfuls of sand and then walk along the edge of the chasm, kind of drifting it over the edge, seeing if I can find some sort of hidden crossing.
All right. As you're doing that, some of the debris does seem to float in the air, and as it does touch, you see the glowing outline of some magical symbols that float across the cavern.
Oh,
Good. Hidden path.
Because I'm still in Malajak's form. Looks like we've got a crossing here.
good idea.
So while they're kind of heading over, I'm just going to get some more sand and kind of just try and feel out that.
Okay, yep. So as you're sort of tossing the sand out, you notice that, I'll pop a pen on that, the crossing appears to run in a direct line, in line with the statues, to the building that you are seeking.
Lovely, that feels too convenient.
I am going to take a moment, and so Kit will sort of mutter gently to herself, and I'm going to cast See Invisibility. And see if that reveals anything.
You don't see a bridge of any sort with See Invisibility, but you do see those floating runes in the air, and you can see that, if I remember correctly, Kit spoke Celestial. They are celestial runes that suggest that there is a safe passage there.
Okay. And so, can I see more of these runes than were previously visible?
Yeah, you can see that they go all the way across in about a 5-foot width bridge across to the building that you're after, and that then loops around to where the creature or the floating creature went.
Noises. I like noises.
Okay. Rizan el Kitelne. You, friend, are a genius.
That's what I keep telling you.
So,
I'm dragging myself out of cover.
I'm not going to shout across the room at you. So, long story short, we were in the Underdark. We were guided by runes. There are the same runes that span the chasm. I am almost certain, that should be safe. Whether or not it holds after all this time, it's a great question.
So there's like a certain section that's good.
Yes.
I'll just walk across it. If I must. Ladies and gentlemen, if I must.
Never miss a session of D&D.
Like smelling a rose where you got from somewhere.
How many times do people miss sessions in my game?
We ruined it.
And
Domar.
We turned him from a talking, fully functioning, intelligent human being into a Pokemon.
Who only said
His name.
Domar.
Look,
Domar.
I'm not going to lie, I did expect that when you first started with Foster's.
Foster's.
I was going to go to third person.
Sorry?
Foster's does this.
Yeah, which, like the terrible
Foster's
adventure
thinks.
movie narrator.
That is a fantastic idea.
Isabel, if you recall when we crossed the bridge in the Underdark, would you be willing to, if we got out the rope, would you be willing to make the first crossing? You're more likely than
Foster
not.
says, no need. I will do this leap of faith for us.
Fall.
And he runs.
Now,
Despite the fact that he can't see the rope.
He goes to where you guys are pointing.
So I will.
I'm so sorry, Mike.
I will. Is it in straight line? I really hope it's a straight line.
it's slightly angled in the general angle that the statue sort of aligned in, as if a road just continues straight on into the shrine.
Okay.
But it doesn't curve as far as over the ravine goes.
Okay, lovely. So, starting from where the runes appear, I'll point out the nearest sort of spot on the other side. If you just continue forwards to that spot, you should stay on the path.
Understood.
False false. Forever.
False.
Now it is important. Does he actually?
Foster's is
He
dead.
falls for approximately, let's see back, 4 weeks' time. Alright.
And then I fell into darkness.
I was gonna say.
But I've come back as Faustus the White. Your time need.
Just 41 days.
Faustus. Yes. That was my name.
Faustus runs across.
Lilith turns to Kid. Oh, the stick is well up there now.
What does Faustus do? He gets safely to the other side. It's going to be an elevator, so we can actually place people.
My faith
Safely
has
to the
allowed
other
me to make the leap of faith.
Oh my god.
Lilith was just like, have you broken Faustus?
Very confrontational Cameron people.
We're actually.
You
Asserting dominance over the
You
viewers.
got this all sorted on my camera side.
You guys, I'm going to go back to my hidey hole. You get across.
Yeah.
And I'll move back behind them.
I'll go next.
Alright. Isabel's next. Safely across. Over there, so we've got room.
I will happily follow.
It runs across.
Wait, I'm over there.
You find us. You're not coming across?
No.
Okay. Well,
Stay behind.
stay behind, hiding. You find yourselves outside what appears to be a shrine of some sort. If you would like to, what would you like to do? The outside appears to be the most intact structure that you've come across so far. There is damage, but it looks like you might be able to get inside and do some exploring if you so choose.
I'll do a quick check around.
Yeah.
So around the front portion towards the entrance to see, first of all, if there's been any signs of anyone else passing by.
Okay, go ahead and make investigation checks.
I retract my investigation.
Faustus will assist somebody.
Faustus will assist. Faustus' assistance made literally no difference whatsoever. Totally different from normal, I swear.
He gave him a life before.
God. I'm sorry. So that's 14 total.
14. You don't find any signs that anyone has been this way in a very long time. The not even any signs of undead tracks or footprints from the creatures that you've seen down here. It appears to be almost pristine. You do see the signs of the movement, within a sort of 15 to 20 feet of the shrine, but nothing gets any closer than that by the look of things.
Okay.
As if they're being repelled. And the entryway is partially blocked, but it looks like we get through relatively easy to the interior of the buildings.
How big is it? Like you said, a shrine that we could go in and explore.
Yep.
Is it big enough that we could, is it like a building?
It's a very large building. It looks like once upon a time it might have been 2 to 3 stories in height. The upper story has sort of collapsed onto the second, roughly the shape of the terrain piece that you see. It is about, the ceiling's about 10 foot high. The front runs about 40 feet and about 75 to 80 feet long. It's rectangular shape.
Okay, so quite large
Yes.
and so it extends further.
Look, that floaty McJobby's going to be back pretty soon, so if we're going to go, let's go in.
False is just caressed him somewhere.
That's my job at the moment.
To main team.
Their hands like meat.
Fingers in sweat.
He just looks at you and he's just like,
Sir, I think you're reading far too much into this. And on that note, pressing my palm to the wall.
Yes.
Is there any sort of presence to the building that I can feel or anything like that?
There is. Your tattoo begins to burn with a comforting warmth, and the doorway itself begins to glow, and a series of runes are highlighted. And fortunately for the group, you have a cleric of Lilith with you. And so you can see that those celestial runes identify this as the Shrine of the Redeemer.
Well, seems like we've found the right place.
Oh, that's good.
Can anyone lend a hand moving the rubble out of the way?
Leave this to old Maljack.
I kind of like pull up my sleeves and go to help with the rubble.
he doesn't wear sleeves.
It just pushes up.
But Lollipop does.
Yeah, Lollipop turns outright sleeves in and pulls it.
Isabel also
But,
like
Yeah, so quickly but attempting at quietly. Starting. Attempt.
Yep, so strength, athletics checks.
Not strength?
That's enough.
Athletics and strength.
Oh.
15 from me.
15.
Straight roll.
Falsus will help too. Nice. 9.
I thought you were going to say 9, but it came nice.
22.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
I did say nice.
So you do manage to clear that debris fairly quickly and quietly. The spirit doesn't apparate again because he keeps rolling ridiculously low on his perception. Hasn't rolled above 4 yet.
Jesus.
I said we weren't passing the lock on.
What was I saying? You manage to clear the doorway and you are able to get inside. You can see that there's a small an antechamber that's about 10 by 15 feet, and it is adorned with carvings and frescoes that depict an angelic figure in various or performing various deeds. And that figure is something like this.
Ooh.
It is a figure with angelic wings and wearing some plate armor and has a sort of flowing skirt that ends in bladed daggers that look like they could be used to cause some serious harm. And she's wielding a very large trident type weapon that is very reminiscent of the tattoo around Kit's top neck and chest.
And when you say various deeds, like churning butter,
Keeping the cows home.
The main one that your eyes are drawn to are this figure with their trident plunged in to another very large sort of golden figure, and I will get people who are proficient to roll. Anyone can roll a religion check.
anyone who's proficient in religion?
Anyone can roll it. So.
So no from me, Tom.
Given the subject, would I have advantage on this?
Yes.
18 for Frostus.
21.
21.
17.
17. What did Faustus get?
18.
18. So, Faustus, Kit, and Isabel, you recognise this as an image of Bashaba, the goddess of misfortune, being slain by the Redeemer.
I knew that one. That's Bashaba, the goddess of misfortune.
I think I had Bashaba on a pita bread just this morning.
There is also a second one that is, and this one not so difficult to identify, is the Redeemer locked in combat with a relatively familiar figure around the Imperium, as her trident is clashing with the flaming sword of Tempest, the god of war. And the rest are more peaceful imagery of her with other humanoid creatures. There's one with what appears to be some sort of large construct or automaton that catches your attention because no one in Amar has ever seen a construct or automaton before. You guys can know history. Isabel, in your travels and training, have heard rumours that there are automatons that were created in before the Celestial War, but never seen any evidence or remains of or signs that they existed.
So, so what we're looking at now is kind of like a.
What's that say?
No, never mind.
That's good stuff. Okay, next one.
You know what, I have to say that all this time I've spent not worshipping, but following the idea of something, right? It hasn't really sunk in right until about now how much of an absolute badass the Redeemer was.
That's
Pretty cool.
that says it.
Is that trident? That's right.
I mean, Eldith is still pretty cool too.
Cole says, Alice doesn't have a trident like that. That's a cool trident.
I mean, you could get one.
Francis, you can compare Eldith and the Redeemer when you admit Redeemer is a real god.
Never.
You are both very well aware of the sheer power an individual would require to slay a god, particularly in combat, one-on-one.
It also makes sense as to why the gods have to band together to fight her. I mean, at least it bodes well that she's on our side.
Very much so.
So where does this
chamber lead?
It does open up into what appears to be a traditional sort of temple style setup with a worship sort of section for prayer and a large altar towards the back of the rectangular building. The antechamber is the only other room that's visible. There are stairs that look to have led upstairs, but you know from the view outside that was mostly collapsed.
Okay. I suppose I'll take point. So I'll proceed further in. So I'll still keep so the sensor hanging at its side, but held less as a weapon and slightly more reverently now. And so walk up towards the altar.
All right.
Just checking. Is the owl
Yeah,
still
there we
with
go.
us?
So you approach.
No,
There's no sort of nothing
I
stopping
don't
you.
have it
It's easy
already.
enough to get there. You can see that the interior of the building, much like that sort of space outside, appears to be in relatively pristine condition. Nothing from within the ruins appears to have gotten in the however long these ruins have been here, which, based off your sort of conversations with the Lingiari people in your research, suggests it's been about 1,500 years since this was likely a city with any sort of population, anyone living in it.
That's fairly astounding. So have things sort of normally decayed, or like as in is cloth crumbling, or is it
Dusty.
yeah? Is it simply there still, or has it?
No, it looks, it is, there's no layers of dust or anything inside, and the cloth across the altar is sort of a deep purple with some dark black trimming, or black trimming, and it appears untouched as well. There are some candles that have burned down. You can see like the ancient sort of wax remnants within, but that's sort of the only sign of decay or time passing within. It's almost as if people got up and left, hours ago.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any other? So the candles sort of burnt down to nothing.
Yeah.
Are there any other sort of candles nearby or anything like that?
You can see that there looks like there might be crates of some supplies towards sort of the back left stacked up that might contain that sort of thing. And if you want to go and have a look, sure enough, there are some candles in there. There are some sort of jars of incense and things like that appear to be perfectly worked in order.
So I'd like to take one of the jars of incense.
Yeah.
And 4 candles to replace the ones that have burnt down, and basically make the corners of the altar.
Awesome.
So place them down, and what I'll do is, so bringing the censer forward,
Yeah.
I'll lay it on the altar, open it up, and retrieve little cloth wrap bundle of the little mementos that I've grabbed from the enemies.
Yeah. All right. So as you sort of lay all this out, an apparition does appear from the other side of the altar, and you can see that. Where's it gone? So I'm just going to find this. Sorry, I've been trying to scroll through the text already to the right thing for you.
So I'd be looking for anything like a small plate or something like that. Some sort of like ceremonial dish, or if there was anything like that.
Yep, do a quick investigation check for me.
Yep.
While I make sure this works. There we go.
10 new dice. That was a 4. That was almost a 20.
It does take a little bit of time going through because the supplies are largely candles, the incense. There are some holy tomes and other sort of little bits of holy symbols and I'm trying to think of the word, paraphernalia, incenses and things like that. But you do eventually find a sort of a plate of offering that you would normally put some offerings to a god on.
Yeah.
Come on, rain. Start raining again.
Yeah, just basically looking for something that won't set the cloth on fire.
Yep.
And so I'll lay all that out. And this is all without much of a word to any of you. Just the kind of kid will look up and I know this may seem strange, but just bear with me. It just feels right.
Oh. Please.
Do what you must. I understand
Alright.
the importance of
So as you do this, an apparition does appear. It appears to be an armoured knight with a longsword and a tome hanging on a belt at his waist. And he kind of looks at you with hollow eyes. And you can make a quick religion check as well for me with advantage.
That would be natural 20.
Natural 20. Alright, so you identify this as a warrior of the Redeemer. Lost it. So I'm going to have to imply a little bit.
What does your heart tell you?
It is a paladin of the Redeemer, and based off that check, you realise that the iconography that he has isn't necessarily iconography that has come from after the Redeemer's existence. So you gather that he is from the Celestial War. Now, what we have is, he looks at you with that blank expression and says, "Welcome, traveller. I am the guardian of justice, tasked with overseeing the first trial. The tale of the betrayed ally." Pauses, and his gaze fixes on your party for a moment, and then settles on you. Listen now to the tale of a trusted ally, a brother in arms, accused of treachery and betrayal. And you see that beside him a second figure appears, although it's less clear and less defined than the apparition itself, as if its identity is hidden. And the second apparition says, "I swear by the honour of my kin and the bonds of our fellowship, I am innocent of these accusations. Do not let the falsehoods of this one," and it sort of shifts up, "do not let the falsehoods and deceit of this one cloud your judgment." The initial guardian turns back to the second, and he offers you evidence that the betrayer abandoned his post and allowed agents of the gods into the temple of the Redeemer to allow it to be desecrated during the Celestial War, which led to the downfall of the Redeemer herself. He goes silent for about almost 10 seconds. He sweeps an arm around the chamber. You see before you the evidence of the destruction. And he's clearly you feel like he's referring to the exterior that has been destroyed rather than the interior, because as you know, there doesn't appear to be any signs of damage inside. He led the god of war the god of war, Tempest, the earth goddess Gaia, and Talos into the very heart of the Redeemer's power. Their presence weakened her to a point where they could overpower and banish her. It is up to you to determine his fate. You may ask what questions you wish of this betrayer, and then pass judgment when you are ready.
See, thank you. May I ask questions of you as well?
Yes.
May my companions also speak of this?
He takes in the party, and there's a fairly subtle but clear nod.
Hi, Lollipop. Lovely to meet you. Glad we're going to be working together on this one here. Seems like a really important case. I have practiced as a lawyer myself, so I understand.
Seeker of truth and deliverer of justice. Precisely what is needed for this trial.
Exactly. Is there a limit to the amount of questions that we can ask?
There is no limit. But the length of the days of your life.
Kid, you're a witness.
There's like a snicker at the back as Lilith has come inside because she got bored outside. So I'm inside now.
Go back, change seats.
Does Lilith just immediately catch fire the moment she enters the temple?
She's like, ah! She's like, oh, I can't touch anything in here.
Oh no. That's amazing.
Alright. What would we like to do?
Well,
Can I?
excellent.
I'm in there now.
Lollipop's going to approach the accused. What is your name?
What's his favourite colour?
Good question. Good question.
My name is Garrett. My favourite colour? Orange.
Important.
Orange sunset. Garrett,
Boo!
did you leave your post?
I was relieved by the captain of the guard.
So you left your post.
Under orders from the captain of the guard.
Great.
Inside joke.
You
Can I try? Can I try?
Yeah.
This Nat 20 is brought to you by Megan Stice. It is the complete opposite.
Given the shifty nature of his appearance, it's not a defined.
She's not paying attention.
It's really hard to read a ghost. And also, Lilith is now looking at the frescoes all around and quite distracted and pays no attention to it.
She's just like,
To the knight, not EQs, are you both obliged to tell the truth in this? Or may there be deceit?
one always tells the truth, one always tells the lie.
Your friend has a truth. We are not compelled either way. We may say what we wish. Though, the evidence presented can only be related to the event itself. There is no memory in our lingering spirit of anything beyond the event in question.
Garrett.
But I wanted to ask him what he had for lunch on his 17th birthday.
Well,
I think that could be very
he did tell
important.
us the colour. It must be pertinent to the case.
He likes sunsets. It happened at sunset.
Make a religion.
Lilith is now fully in amongst you guys, like going, maybe it was that.
You are
currently now also of the claw.
He's like, oh.
In this space of holiness,
That's a 21.
I have gotten a nat 20.
Oh.
With a
The cabin above opens and light shines. Oh! You immediately identify the idea of the orange sunset with the sun god Pelor.
sun god Pelor.
Yes.
I'm Phoenix right now.
Tell me,
And agriculture.
tell me, Garrett, how long have you worshipped Pelor?
The
Willis is like,
we got you there. You see the
She's
spirit is
fine.
sort of struggling to answer because the time is. There is no essence of time, but I served Pelor. As did many of us. We were temple guards for various temples.
Was it this belief that caused you, that led directly to you abandoning your duties?
No, I was on guard. Then the captain came and relieved me, so I went off and went back to my chairs.
And so check.
And then I said, Tuck, go for it.
More of a dexterity check.
Yeah, I know, right? 6.
6, difficult to read. Could be telling the truth.
what was the captain's name?
Who was the captain?
Captain Parkin.
Did he relieve you earlier than your shift
Ah, yes.
had been intended to
Less than
finish?
halfway through. Less than halfway. It was strange because we were at war, you see. And usually stay on shift till the end. But the captain is the captain.
To the Guardian, why is the captain not here?
The captain's spirit does not still dwell. There is no charge or business for the captain's spirit here.
Then why would you put a subordinate on trial for following the orders of those they're sworn to serve?
The night looks. You can see the expression doesn't really change, but the eyes sort of grow a bit brighter within the apparition. The captain, this one is brought on charge because he was found derelict of duty. He was slain here, and his spirit lingered. The captain met his fate elsewhere and cannot be brought to charge before the eyes of the Redeemer.
Lilith was just like whispering in both ears, somebody's lying.
Tell me, Garrett, was it unusual to be relieved from your duty in such a way?
Oh yes, because as I said, we were at war and on guard. There have been incursions into the city many times, and we've always thrown them back.
So, you relieved yourself of responsibility when a superior officer,
That's how the military works.
I believe you probably swore an oath, Garrett. Did you swear an oath to protect this city?
I did. I swore an oath to follow orders, to protect the temple, to protect the city and the life within.
And what state is the city in now? Did you protect it?
No, I'm dead.
Well, spoiler alert.
I'll be dead for quite some time, I believe.
And I tell you with a flourish, the place is in ruins.
Downright disgusting, actually.
Filthy. Just see the sand epic off the ground.
He was throwing it everywhere.
You know that was
Sand.
probably evil at some stage.
What's sand?
Everything.
There's no sand here.
Don't tell him.
Anyways.
Why should we believe you, Garrett?
Yeah.
I speak only the truth, as this shell remembers it.
Falsus, read his mind. Falsus is like, mine. Falsus is going to cast Detect Thoughts.
To read his mind.
But doesn't get any.
It is a sort of distorted jumble because it's not an actual mind there. It's sort of a collection of events and just sort of replaying the sequence of that pertain specifically to the trial, and there's nothing else present.
It's like his mind is a jumbled mess, almost like yours, Lilith, but far worse and much less unsettling. Well, you're no funny news.
She kicks him and he goes away.
I wrote to you. Sorry, you assistant.
Oh, Garrett, can you state at this time which forces were you guarding against and which forces were you guarding alongside?
Well, let me see. We fought. Well, that day, the incursions had been the forces of the three that had applied. Tempest, Eldeth, and what's the other one? The dragon. Forget his name. That's it. And we fought alongside with an Elder Redeemer, Pelor. Who else was it? He looks to the knight for sort of reinforcement because that information appears to be missing. We also were allied with Sylvanus, Titus, and Mistra.
And at this point in time, what of Gaia and Talos?
Gaia had no real stake in the events at the time. And that's Talos was opposed, but not necessarily in direct conflict with us. He was more focused on fighting the evil gods.
Thank you. So, from what I hear, we have, presuming that we are given a fair trial, just as Garrett is expected to receive one, then we have a man who followed orders to leave his post against the usual, but not against protocol, as ordered by his commanding officer. Which led to one enemy and two uncertain forces gaining access to the temple. And so I have to question again what the benefit of putting this man on trial is. Especially given the place of the Redeemers to stand up to mortal, and well, to be mortal is to fall within the flow of things. We are not gods, we err, and we can only trust as far as our senses tell us.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, daughter princess.
speak with the wisdom of the Redeemer. I cannot speak as to why or how. My job is to merely facilitate. But when we stumbled across the destruction and the theft of artifacts that weakened the Redeemer, we found this one not at his post, and the enemy had entered during his watch through his location. So he was put to death and his spirit lingered.
Guardian, we are to pass judgment on Soldier Guard Garrett here. That is correct?
Yes.
Are we also to determine his sentence?
Yes.
Well, I believe I am ready to say my piece.
Shall we confirm?
We're going to our chambers.
We need to deliberate.
What do you conclude?
As I see it, this poor spirit has been quite possibly tricked by his own laziness to shirking his duties. He was perhaps the weak point that led to the downfall of the city, but there was no malice in that as far as my questions have led to. What I would propose, though, is this Guardian aims for us to mete out justice, for us to mete out judgment. They aim for somebody to pay for that crime. I say we serve him up. But if we have a past sentence on him, let us suggest a imprisonment of, I don't know, 1,500 years with time already served.
That is an awfully harsh sentence.
It would be if he hadn't already just served it.
And definitely deserving such a terrible, terrible crime.
Truly terrible. One must learn from one's mistakes.
Yeah, we sent him to hell.
No, what?
No.
No?
What?
No.
Yes.
No hell. No.
You said he needs to be punished.
You weren't invited into this.
What are you talking about? I invited myself. I am a princess of the Empire and, well, Empress in waiting? Is that the word? Princess of the Fate Courts.
But not in any position of power currently.
I mean,
Knife doesn't count. The knife, let's put on the table. The knife does not count.
and she like slapped it back in. You only notice that she had been taking it out when she puts it back in.
Legal power, social power.
Oh, I mean,
Not
I like to talk about things.
Very good. So,
Damn him to hell. Look,
noted.
somebody's lying. If he's lying, you're letting somebody off that should be being killed, right?
He already has.
Well,
Killed her.
yeah, Isabel's right. More deader.
Undead, re-dead. We've had this conversation before, I feel.
Yeah.
I'll turn to the knight. And you, sir, by chance, what is your name?
I have no name. I merely...
Dickbag it is.
I'm merely the guardian of justice. We must judge. Was this one betrayed, or was he the betrayer?
Dickbags, right? We've got a
It's a knight. Sir.
Sir Dickbag. I'm sorry.
As far as I see it, he exercised little judgment in regards to thinking outside the realms of the commands he was given. However, the punishment for disobeying his senior's orders would be far more secure and severe. Therefore, both.
Does not compute.
That is your final judgment.
1 million years dungeon.
He is guilty of both betrayal and being betrayed.
He's guilty of the next He is culpable in the fall of this city, yet does not bear the full weight of the guilt. To that end, I believe myself and my council and our royal backing over here and our holy support are all in agreement in that.
And Faustus.
Oh, and that guy over there.
He's just like stroking his beard.
Well,
We are on the opinion that he should be punished for his crimes. And that punishment should be a sentence. 1,500 years with time served already. But what could be more punishing to a spirit who has now transcended the bonds of its mortal form and may experience a world beyond our senses and to be bound and restricted in a place, even one such as beautiful as this?
And you are all in agreement.
we are.
Well, I'm not.
We
But
are.
sure.
You see the accused spirit evaporates and a golden orb sort of slowly floats up. And there's a sigh of relief as that happens. And the knight watches and turns. You have meted out justice with wisdom and compassion.
I'm so glad we didn't let you do it.
What do you mean?
You have no compassion.
Exactly. A ruler must rule with an iron hand.
You have passed the trial of justice. For he was not guilty of betraying the Redeemer, but he did abandon his post, much to his lack of judgment, as you say. You may collect your reward, and with that he disappears, and on the altar a small magical ring appears. Or a small golden ring appears on the altar. Where is it gone? There it is.
You stay back.
I'm not touching it. Because I've already got it.
I mean, it's smudged down.
I pull out just another golden ring that looks very similar to it, but she just has it on her person.
Now look at me. Now back to
Now,
the ring.
now look at the ring.
I have
Now I have to. I'm not your ring, but I am also the ring. I'm a horse.
Just that smoke from the end of like Return of the King is like Lilith putting on their ring.
She's just like, no.
Sorry.
Looking at the ring, you can see that it is crafted from a radiant golden band, adorned with intricate engravings of the holy symbols of the Redeemer and a motif of redemption.
Ring of Unity.
And it is called the Ring of Divine Resurgence. And I'll send stats through Discord through the week if someone wants to identify it.
Join the Discord. You won't see it there, but
You may see a terrible drawing of it
If you
though.
want to join Discord, I can certainly chuck it in there and we can put some stats on that.
Lovely. I will put my faith in that there is no guile involved and reach out and pick up the ring.
warm to the touch, but there's no reaction.
I'll pull one of the the ties from her shirt where it laces up, pass it through the ring, tie it off, and hang it around her neck.
Alright.
I will also, before I take a step back, I will also cast Sacred Flame
Yep.
to, as in the name, combust the offerings that I laid out on the plate.
Excellent. So, as that happens, you do feel a warmth. Everyone does. And you gain
I like the sound of this.
the boon of the Redeemer, which I will
Boom with a Redeemer.
roll and find out for you.
Ignoring the terrible comment. do I also gain inspiration for planning that like 3 seconds back?
Sure. I will forward that to you later, so I just got at 10 o'clock at night, but not actually back to 4. So with that, it's effectively inspiration and some advantage on checks and a little bit of check hit points. But I'll find the exact buff for you over the course of the week.
That sounds delightful.
Anything else we would like to do while we're in there?
Lloyd was pretty keen to just like rifle around the place and look for anything cool.
Rifle around the place, is anything cool? Alright, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Suddenly that big thing, ghost thing comes out.
I'm not ready to smash. I mean, that was improperly placed. Investigation 13.
13.
12 plus 1.
You don't find anything beyond the sort of incense and candles and cloth that has already been sort of described and found. There are some other motifs and reliefs of the Redeemer throughout the chambers, showing various deeds, and the strange construct creature is in a few more of those, and then you also do find in one of those reliefs in the sort of back corner the imagery of that resembles very closely the 3 statues that you saw in the ruins outside, standing beside the Redeemer.
They're like champions or something.
Are they different poses and they were...
They are in different poses than they were statues, yes. They're just standing sort of beside, hands by their sides and just sort of hanging out. I'm so tired also.
Yeah. And you mentioned that there were tomes as well.
Yes, there are some tomes. Would you
And
like to take some tomes?
I would love to peer through them and find out what they are and potentially tuck one away if it's important to me.
You do find some pertinent information and you tuck that away and I will forward that to you throughout the week.
Just point I do share all that, the Redeemer next to the statues. What are those statues?
As while you're doing that and you're sort of investigating and looking around, you do notice that the big one at the front, which is just like the Redeemer in all her glory, there are tears now running down that relief that were not there previously.
That's not good.
Don't know. If I walk up to it and once again kind of reach out,
Yeah.
this touch seems to be the conduit here.
Yeah.
What do I get any insight from it at all?
As you reach out and touch, you feel your presence sucked into the image, and a flash of
Flash of lights.
flash of blinding golden lights, and that is where we will stop for this.
I think so.
The rest of the group just see
Everything's
your
like,
body
still
jump
be
into a
She just
perfect
goes,
storm as you get
Astral projecting!
so you and also so that's crashed pizza. Thank you for sticking with us, and hopefully we will see you next Thursday to pick up there with all that excitement.
Hell yeah! Woo! Good to have Lilith back.
Is it though?
It might be a horrible thing.